The chicks have made 1 month old, and there are a few changes that are made. First is switching off the lights. It helps this chicken to rest at night, and in the morning they wake up and concentrate on the consumption of feeds. So by this time, if you're raising layers, you need to give them 3 to 4 days and bring new feeders so that each chick can consume the feeds, because every day they get bigger and they reduce on the number of chicken that has to use one feeder. If you want equal growth, make sure that each chick can consume the feeds every day in a time before the day ends. Secondly, you reduce on unnecessary death if the lights are off. Anything can scare these chicks, so it's better to switch off the lights as early as possible. I once switched off the lights late and I lost 60 chicks just because they were scared of the dark and they had grown up. So to normalize them and they get used to the dark, it takes time. So you can spend like a month or two, and by that period you can lose some chicks. At this time, I have reduced the heat. I light the stoves once in a while where necessary. It is cold these days, but because the lights are not on in the evening, they sleep together and they warm themselves. If it is too cold, I light only one stove, not because they are 1 month old. We should stop completely to light the stove. When it is too cold, at least you have to light a stove to create warmth in the brooder. They can still die because of coldness. Gombolo can attack them at this stage, so it is better to light if it is too cold. Another thing is to open the windows at least halfway during the day. Hot days, at least halfway. Every window should be open. In the brooder where the chicks are many, their droppings increase so fast and they produce heat. So if you enclose the windows throughout the brooding time, you find that this chick they can get diseases out of their droppings. First is flu, because the droppings can produce the fumes that stings in the nose. So if they spend day night in an enclosed place, it means they can be attacked with flu, and it is caused by their droppings. Even other diseases. As you know, in the brooder, you cannot avoid or prevent coccidiosis 100%. The feeders are still down, so it means you have to treat coccidiosis once in a while. You skip days or a week, then you bring the medication of coccidiosis, in that when they get coccidiosis, the consumption of feeds reduces, they lose weight. So instead of laying at 5 months, you have to pay the price, in that they can start laying at 6 months or even more, because at the first stage they didn't gain the weight they had to get by that time. So you have to pay that price and push them up to the time where they have to get the weight that keeps them laying. Lastly, keep the brooder dry. It helps the chicks to enjoy the place, in that the wet brooder causes a lot of sickness in the chicken, diarrhea, coccidiosis, all of that. From day 1 up to at least 4 months, the brooder has to be dry with dry chicken droppings. If it is wet, it means maybe they are developing coccidiosis and you've not noticed it, or you're pouring some water in the brooder. So you have to keep the brooder dry to avoid diseases. The first thing was to switching off the lights, opening up the windows and enclosing them at night, increasing on the feeders so that they can eat, all chicks can consume the feeds, and so on. Thank you all for watching and I love you all. Let's meet.